Hello, nutrition class. I wanted to give you a brief run through of the course website just so you can see how you should be navigating the site. When you log into the course, the first thing you should see is the announcement page. Now, on this page, I will post things such as assignments for the upcoming week. I will also post due dates and any other things that are important for the course or for you to know. So always be sure you read these announcements. They should be emailed to you automatically, but just in case, always check this section first. Now, to the left of the course site, you will see several different links. The announcement link, the syllabus link. If you click on this, it should open to a file you can click on, and it's a PDF, but you should be able to open this if you have any kind of PDF viewer. And just make sure that you read this thoroughly, and it will let you know the text and materials, what your attendance requirements are. And since we don't have any in-class meetings, I'm expecting you really to access the course website every day, but at least 3 times a week. This way there won't be any questions about what the expectations are for the course for that week. Now, one of the most important things for this class is reliable internet access. And if you think you might be having a problem with your computer, be sure that you have at least 2 backup plans where you can submit your work. I have lots of students come to me and say, well, my computer crashed, my internet connection, there was something wrong. You need to think about that prior to the night that an assignment is due. You'll see that each week begins the very early morning of a Tuesday and runs to the next Monday. That's considered the chapter week. I'll expect you to complete your assigned readings in that week, view a PowerPoint presentation, whether that is a narrated or an unnarrated. There'll be a quiz for each chapter that is graded, and there are ungraded chapter discussion boards, and I do expect you to participate even though they're not graded. So continue to read through this. There is a tab in the website that goes over the semester project, and it's called Nutrition Calc Plus, and it will be a project where you'll track your diet and exercise, and then you'll answer questions about it, but there's more about that in the website. There are the point distributions listed here, along with the grading scale, and then the various LMU policies. So we'll go out of this right now, and I have clearly gone directly out of the class. So I'll go back in. Okay, so we've gone over the syllabus. Now, learning units is one of the most important parts of the course. If you click on learning units, you will first see the student orientation learning unit and learning unit 1. That is the first test material. You are only responsible for chapter 1 this week. So if you click on the student orientation learning unit, you will read these are various online learning tips. It's a lot of good information in there. The syllabus is accessible again right here. The course due dates. So if you print these out, there shouldn't be any reason you would miss a due date. They're all listed here. It tells you exactly when everything is due. If you need to print it out and post it above your desk or in your car, wherever it's most convenient, you should not miss a date. Back to the orientation learning unit. The text and materials for the course are listed in here. It's Wordlaw's Contemporary Nutrition, 10th edition. And this is just a screen capture of the Nutrition Calc Plus software that you'll need. There should be a code listed if you have a new textbook. If you don't have a new textbook, you can purchase a code. And under the project information tab, you'll be able to find a link where you can purchase that. You don't need that the first week, but you will need it sooner rather than later so you can get started on your project. Okay, the course explained. This is probably the most important part of this learning unit. This goes over the course overview, and it talks about the learning units, what is presented in each one. This graded learning unit discussion forums, be sure you read this. You do not have one right now, but when we finish our learning unit, there will be a discussion board where you will be graded on your participation. It will be some type of question posed that you will have to think about all of the material that has been presented in the first learning unit, post, and then respond to other students in the class. So you can read about that here. Here's a little bit about the project. Again, notes on the due dates. The Grade Center. This course is based on 930 total points. So as you are graded on things, you can keep a running total of what you have in the course. And so it's actually a pretty easy way to keep up with what your grade is in the class. If you know the total points up to that point in the class versus what you have earned, it's an easy division to figure out what you have. Okay, so the tests are only open for 1 week, so you will not see that yet. But they will be open. I will let you know when it's open. Every time we finish a learning unit, there will be a test on that information. Be sure that you do not collaborate with any other student. I expect you to do it on your own. Email. I check my email many times a day. So if you have a question, just send it to me. If I send one to you, I expect you to return it as promptly as you are able. In this area too, there are bonus points. You can earn 5 by posting a bio about yourself and responding to other students in the course. It's the only extra credit in the class, and I don't give any others. At the end down here is an ungraded practice quiz that you can take just to get an idea of what the quiz is, the format, what they're like in this class. So if we go back to Learning Unit 1, you'll see what your assignments are for this week. So Learning Unit 1, it has all 3 of the chapters that are in this unit already listed here. So Chapter 1 is what you have this week. Here I tell you what the assignments are. You get an overview and learning objectives. I have provided an outline for this chapter that you can print out and take notes on it as you read if you would like. I also have provided a narrated presentation for Chapter 1, and it's a link to YouTube, so it really shouldn't be a problem. Let's see, now this one might be a QuickTime file. If you have a problem seeing it, let me know, and I can provide it in a different form. Also, there's an unnarrated version right here where you see Chapter 1 presentation PDF. You can just view the file that way. I've also provided a self-assessment activity here, and you can work through that as you read. And there is one more self-assessment. I've also provided beyond the book information, and I do this for every chapter. It's all sorts of information related to the chapter that is not in your book, but I think it definitely adds to your learning experience. So be sure to go over this material. Just make time to look over it. It's not going to be necessarily on the test, but I do expect you to read it. And you'll see right here your Chapter 1 quiz. This one is 10 questions of various formats. You'll have multiple choice and short answer. 10 points, 1 point per question, and it's a 15-minute time limit. Don't use your textbook or anything. I expect you, these quizzes aren't to stress you out or to scare you. They're just to show me that you have actually read the chapter. You should not have a problem with these if you have. I also have an ungraded discussion board here, and you can launch it right in this area. So you'll read the question, go to the discussion board, click Create Thread, and your subject could be anything such as Chapter 1 discussion. You go down here and you can type your answer here. And once you do that, you would go up and click Submit, and you will see your thread show up in the discussion board here. Now, people can respond to this. You can see that there's one post here. Others can respond by clicking on your post. Now, I'm going to delete this so you don't have to see it later. But the forums are really easy. Like I said, these are not ungraded each week, but you will have a graded one at the end of the unit. So that is the assignment for this week. Only the Chapter 1 information. Then next week, you'll come back to Learning Unit 1 and do the same thing with Chapter 2, and then Chapter 3 the next week, and then you will see the test. Don't click on it until you're ready to take it, and it will only be open, let's see, if I have it set, I'll have to get back to you whether or not it's set where you can take it now or only the week after the learning unit, but I will keep everybody posted as soon as I am able. So over here on the menu, faculty information tells you a little more about me. And again, I've provided some good nutrition websites if you're interested. This is a direct link to the discussion boards. If you want to see your grades, you would click on grades. I don't have access to this because I'm not a student, but in this you should be able to click on all of your assignments, and once you do, you can click and see your grade, and you can see any feedback I have provided to you on that particular assignment. So I hope that helps you navigate through just a little bit. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact me. I'll be happy to help you. And email's the best way. You can text me, but make sure you put which class you're in so that I know, because I teach more than one class. Anyway, I hope this helped you at least get through the first week. And again, let me know if you have any questions. I'll be glad to talk to you. Have a great semester.